Hello everyone, PallyTime here. Welcome back to the A through Z playthrough. Hope you guys are doing well today. In today's video, we have landed upon Medivh as our character that we are discussing. One of the most controversial in the history of the game's release. He was added to the game about the time, it was definitely the time. The old rank system of going from rank 50 to rank 1 was replaced with the current league system where you have different divisions that you're climbing through. It was Medivh along with Chromie, and both of these characters were meant to be what the upper echelon players could play to really show their skill in the game. That's kind of how they were pitched. And Medivh is the one character I remember asking my pro friends who played the heroes professionally back when that was a thing, as well as just a bunch of my streamer friends, who they think should be removed from the game. Mine was always Valeera. I don't like Valeera very much at all. We heard a few Genjis in there. We heard a few Tracers in there. But the overwhelmingly most popular choice for what character they think breaks the game and they don't want it around was Medivh. His ability to protect his allies with will of force or force of will, cannot be understated. Also, the fact that he has a stasis that for some reason you can use to steal camps away from enemies. Why can't Zeratul do this with his Void Prison anymore? There was a time in the game where Zeratul could walk right up to a boss that your team had been trying to take, put his Void Prison down, stand in the middle of the circle, and capture that with nothing that your team could do to stop him. Well, Leyline Seal still works that way for some reason. I don't have any examples of it in this video, but as I've been re-practicing this character, just flying around the map looking for enemies taking camps and then stealing it from them has been one of my go-to play styles, and it's really, really fun, actually. But Medivh, even though he is arguably one of the most game-breaking characters in the game, has the lowest win rate right now. And that's pretty consistent. A few things have changed since our Malfurion video where he was super duper low. Medivh is actually just under Lily, just a few percent under Lily, with 43.74% win rate in this current patch. He has a popularity of 4.22% and only a ban rate of 0.81%, which I'm kind of surprised by, actually. Medivh used to have a stacking quest called Master's Touch that has been kind of built into his kit baseline now, but they made it even harder to achieve. You have to hit 40 enemies with Arcane Rift without dying, and this is pretty much something you strive for with every single game that you are in. His other abilities are a lot more nuanced, and there is one really big complaint I have with Medivh, and I'm trying to pick my words carefully on how I want to vocalize it. There is a hidden classification of characters called sustained characters. Every time I talk about this, someone always calls me a liar down in the comments. Look, bro, it's not my fault you didn't follow this game's development as closely as I did. Sustained characters are ones that didn't fit into the support classification, but Blizzard saw that one team having this character could heavily sway the outcome of the game. So it's Abathur, Zarya, not Tyrande anymore, not Tassadar anymore, and Medivh. There's probably one more in there. But I found while I was practicing Medivh, this is a character with absolutely no lane clear at all. Arcane Rift sucks at clearing lanes, and there is a case to be made. You could take Arcane Explosion and then Q stuff, and that's a little bit better, but it still sucks. And every single game, I was going up against Abathurs, because if I'm on a team, I count as our sustained character. If there's no support, then that ruling never gets overruled. If there's a support character like there is in the game you're about to watch, then that rule gets thrown out the window. But because so many matches have just been assassin clusters, 5v5 assassin clusters, I've been going up against a lot of Abathurs as Medivh. So I'm just getting outpushed constantly. I want to play the map. I want to be impactful on the map, and I'm just watching Abathur just run over everything right in front of me. I don't know, dude. It's just kind of frustrating. I don't like it. I'm allowed to not like things, right? I don't know if it needs to be changed, but I feel like I play against Abathur so often, and I would just like an excuse to maybe have that happen a little bit less. Just a little bit less, please. Anyway, I kind of lost track. I lost track of the beat there. Thank you guys for clicking on today's video. If you're still here, I hope you enjoy it. We will be visiting May soon, and I haven't played her very much on the channel, so I hope you look forward to that as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on Sky Temple today. The friendly team, Medivh, Orphea, Azmodan, Rhaegar, and Kerrigan. The enemy team, Rhaedor, Li Ming, Lucio, Murky, and Nazeebo. At level 1, the most popular choice is the Portal Mastery. You can manipulate your portals a lot more, choosing the entry point and exit point separately. Personally, I feel like this is really, really good, and you should definitely try it, but I'm going to keep things nice and chill today because I'm still feeling under the weather, and I know where my capacity for gaming right now is. So the winds of celerity just give us a bonus movement speed inside Raven form. This means we're going to be moving the same as Mount speed, 130%. Looks like the enemy team moved up to that top vision, and they were able to take it over no problem. Rhaegar getting a little bit of poke up there as he goes to retake it, but it looks like the enemy team mostly moving away now. We're going to start things off by hitting Nazeebo with our Arcane Rift, or whatever our Q ability is called. I'll check in just a second to make sure. Yes, this is an interesting ability. It has a very long cooldown if you miss your attack, meaning you need to be extremely... Ooh, very nice setup by our Kerrigan there. You need to be extremely accurate while you're casting this. Not only that, if you die while you are progressing your quest, you lose all of the progress. So when we see an enemy, we need to be very adamant about making sure that we are not only safe when we attack them, but accurate when we attack them. Murky moving in on Azmodan is going to use his bubble. We follow up with the Arcane Rift, and our Kerrigan picks up a very nice kill there. Lucio chasing after us a little bit there. The Rift does miss. Let me set her up for a success. Here's a portal back. Take the portal. Take the portal. Hey, wow, things are looking okay. This might be a fun game. Our W ability is Force of Will. This allows our allies to become protected, by the way, or I guess me, also allows me to become protected, by the way, whenever we use that ability on ourselves. It is a 9-second cooldown, doesn't last for a very long time, but while the window is active, any damage that is done is then just negated. And later on in our talent build, we'll be able to pick up some really impressive amplifiers for that as well, increasing the healing it could do, or lowering the cooldown, making it explode some AoE stuff if we really feel like it. Nazeebo, I don't know where he was trying to go here today, but a swift death down in the bottom lane is what he found. Our E ability is the portal, and I'm certainly no expert at setting these up. Like I said, I don't even want to be bothered with the brain capacity that it takes to worry about placing both edges down or both ends of it down right now. I do agree with this play from Kerrigan. I'm all on top of that. Let's go. The enemy team already on this as well. Kerrigan with the combo. Li Ming looking like she wants to start jumping away now. Nazeebo looking at me, but luckily everything missed. And I can simply portal myself out of that zombie wall to get back to safety. But the team's still going in. Oh, I shouldn't have gone in. Going in was a mistake. Big Arcane Rifts, though. Kerrigan cleaning it up, and Murky nowhere left to run. That's 4 big kills right as an objective is happening. Nice job. Nice job. Good job. Good job, everybody. Good job. The lane clear of Medivh is abysmal. His ability to keep himself alive through a sustained amount of time is abysmal. But I can at least stand here for a second and try to help my team get this. I kind of hope like Azmodan moves in here and takes it over. He is kind of heading towards me at the moment. You'll notice that our Arcane Rift does not get cooldown reduction if we are just hitting NPCs. We actually have to hit a hero with this. So it is not the best for clearing lanes. In fact, Medivh has some of the worst lane clears in the game. I don't know how to ask for help more. Help me. Fuck. Looks like Orphea is getting top, no problem. Azmodan starting to get some pressure from the enemy team. He should be able to make it back to the wall, no problem here, especially with Li Ming missing that orb. Rhaegar and Kerrigan have just been running it down in the bottom lane. Looks like they're having a pretty good time. Let's jump in here and see if we can do some damage to our adversaries. I'm just going to portal over the wall here and make sure I get myself back out to safety. We're at 18 out of 40 casts of our Q ability. Rhaegar rotating up. We might be able to catch someone else here, especially if he drops that new totem of his. Let's give him protected, by the way, as he's on the front line. This skill is kind of this similar thing to what we were talking about with Medivh, where you kind of just need to use your shield all the time. Even if it doesn't mitigate the most impactful thing, it's better that it's mitigating something rather than nothing. Enemy rotating into me. We're just going to portal right over the wall. Nice orb, actually almost connected. That was very, very close. Kerrigan going in. We're going to protect her, by the way. Nazebo not quite reacting to what's going on around him, and he's going to be taken down as well. Lucio heading for the building, trying to get to safety. And we protect ourselves instead of our healer. You love to see it. You love to see it. The enemy team 3 levels down right now. As we hit level 10, we're going to pick up Leyline Seal. The enemy team also completely ignoring Azmodan over here. We're going to hang out near him and just kind of make sure he's okay. This is kind of the weird nuance to Medivh. I don't really increase his siege pressure at all. How I make the situation better is just giving Azmodan shields if he needs it, portal out if he needs it. We're just kind of enabling him to do the thing he was already doing. And the scoreboard doesn't, track anything like that. For instance, right now, what's important for me to do? Make sure the enemy team is not taking this. Why? Because I can steal it. However, just because it's the most important thing that I could be doing doesn't mean that that's reflected on the scoreboard in any way. And a lot of what Medivh is, a lot of what he does is kind of like that, where you can have a huge impact on the map that just cannot be tracked. Did take a lot of damage there. Gonna have to cough. Please excuse me. Whoa. It's rough out there, team. All right, speaking of my camp that I wanted to keep an eye on, we do see it. Kerrigan rotating down is going to be taking a little bit of damage, but these guys jumping in on Li Ming now. We're just going to give our Kerrigan a quick shield to keep her protected, and we're running right over this team. Let's just do a nice, easy Medivh cheats on Jim Laner over here, and as our team moves in, hopefully we could get some damage in. If I was a little bit faster with the portal there, we could have pursued, but giving our team a portal out is also not a bad thing. If there's one thing I've noticed I need to improve on, it's just the timing with that portals. But again, we've knowingly taken a talent that isn't portal related that a lot of people take. It's a very popular talent. We're gonna do Enduring Will. What this does is if we absorb damage with our shield, it's just going to lower the cooldown of us being able to use it a little bit faster. It takes 4 seconds off if you manage to absorb a little over 400 damage. In the grand scheme of things, that is not that hard to do. The enemy team is starting to roll up on us right now. We do not have our ultimate ability ready to go, but I did give myself a way out if we needed it. Looks like Kerrigan moving in, though, is going to run the fuck over these guys. Li Ming messing up her teleport at the top of the screen. She's not going to be getting away. Another Arcane Rift goes forward. Now I'm going to teleport myself forward because we need to make sure that we finish off that kill. I'm not going to back down for no reason. Let's give another shield to our Kerrigan as she's continuing to pursue these guys. Arcane Rift does connect. Bro, I think if I used my ult there, we could have killed Lucio. I could have committed a little bit more to that, I think. He doesn't have... I'm going to do this blind. He doesn't have a sippy cup down in the bottom lane, so I was thinking that I could maybe catch him middle, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Or if you ask if we want to do boss, probably not, I would say, even though... Well, I tried to help you there, bud. Oh, Orphea is going in! Protected, by the way, on Orphea, trying to keep her alive. Murky looking at me, trying to deal some damage now. My Arcane Rift did land against him. If Kerrigan wants to pursue, I am down, but I'm afraid I need to land just 3 more Qs. It's very, very important that I don't die during this quest progress. This used to be a talent, by the way. It used to be like a mandatory talent you had to take called Master's Touch. Trying to make sure I remember to talk about that in my intro. whenever I actually sit down to record that. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we see Azmodan surrounded on all sides, blown up, as the enemy team is still preferring to deathball over soak XP. And this is why, like, this game is a perfect example of why XP contribution is just so damn important. We're going to give a shield to Orphea. The range on Force of Will is nuts. Actually just nuts. I can't believe how far you can cast this stuff. At times it can feel a little awkward to cast because if you're in a position like this where your character can't actually get down to the ground, it can feel like he's definitely in range, but I'm not able to cast the ability. So small little positioning stuff like that are really weird on Medivh, and no other character really has to worry about that. Protected, by the way, on to Rhaegar. We're going to continue this pursuit. Maybe we can catch Li Ming. Yes! Yes! Portal? Portal forward? Ooh, nice knockback there. And there it is. That's all we needed. The Master's Touch is done. Orphea using her Q to dodge that zombie wall there as well. I could start playing really reckless. This is about to be really fun. Let's teleport to the back line, get away from this gargantuan that just spawned next to me. Let's also take Raynor and Zebo out of this so our Kerrigan can figure out where she wants to go. The ice block won't save you, bud. There he goes. He's taken down. We can now teleport onto the back line here. Protected, teleport back out. We didn't even take any damage. Absorbed 700 damage in just that instant we were over there. Azmodan now taking the bottom objective, keeping pressure on these guys. Kerrigan moving up. Now it's my job to just give Kerrigan vision of anything that's going on here. We're going to hang out in bird form and just try to scout out anything that this enemy team is doing. Now we might be able to give her a portal in if she wants it, as the building was dying. I was thinking that would be good. But that's okay. We weren't on the same page there. Rhaegar rotating up top is looking kind of... This is looking kind of scary, my dude. Looking kind of fucking scary, my dude. I mean, I probably could have portaled him out of there, if we're just being honest. Oh, no. Did I make it worse? I think I made it worse. Are you good, bro? Oh, no. Oh, no. You're protected? We have big arcane rifts here. I have to shield myself. Oh my god, I'm fucking out of mana or something. I couldn't cast anything to get out of there. Hey, not a bad death. Meanwhile... Oh, what a weird game. What a weird game. I didn't even play this one that late. It's only 11:30 at night. Best killing spree, 21 heroes. Wow, look at me go. Look at me go. So, talents we used in today's... Oh, I didn't look at the score. My bad. Bro, I'm still sick. I'm trying. Talent we used in today's video, Winds of Celerity. Like I said, Portal Mastery's the most popular pick here. And you can get away with some really cool stuff with this. However, I didn't want to think about it today. We just wanted to have a nice, easy game. Raven Familiar is a talent that only gains a benefit if your team uses your portals. So if you notice they're not doing it, maybe give them a little more incentive in chat. I like Mystic Assault a lot. I think when you use the teleporter and get Raven Familiar and then follow that up with even more auto attack damage, that can be really, really good. However, Arcane Explosion is the most popular choice at this tier, and it just allows you to explode for some additional damage around whoever you shield with your W ability. Leyline Seal is incredibly strong, but there's also plenty of uses for Polybomb as well. Just use it on a game-by-game basis. One of the strongest things with Leyline Seal, and I don't know why other characters can't do this, but you could just steal Mercenary Camps from other players. I'll make sure I talk about that in my intro, give you some more context on that. We went for Enduring Will, preventing some damage, reduces the cooldown of your W, so you could use it more often. Obvious synergy with Arcane Explosion there. Temporal Flux. Every time we hit a hero, lowers the cooldown of our heroic ability, and especially if you're using Leyline Seal, that's an 80-second cooldown. Getting some more use out of that can be really, really strong. And at 20, I would have just gone for Medivh Cheats, so I could manipulate that Leyline Seal even more. But also, Dust of Disappearance is super fun. Arcane Brilliance is super fun. Guardian of Tears Fall is when you can actually get lane clear on Medivh, so there are use cases for that if you're trying for dear life to hang on to a game. But I don't think I would take that in most cases. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll be back to 100% in no time, and I hope to see you guys again soon.